and welcome to the third of our 5-minute flute lessons. So far, we have learned how to put a flute together correctly and the mechanics of blowing to produce a good sound. So, hopefully, you have been practicing putting your flute together and blowing across the head joint with the whole flute attached. And I'm sure you have found that there was quite a big difference between using just the head joint on its own and then holding the whole body of the flute instead. So today we're going to have a go at learning how to not only just hold the flute correctly, but play our first note. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to take hold of your flute. So it should all be together. Carry on sitting down to do these lessons for the moment, and then when you feel comfortable and you feel that you're blowing perfectly fine, then you can stand up if you want to, but there's no urgency to that. What I'd like you to do with your right hand, I call this the burger hand. So when you hold a burger, that's how you'd hold it, right? So the burger hand. And what I'd like you to do is to hold it so that your hand is facing outwards, like a little T-Rex. And that hand is going to go at the bottom of the flute, and you are going to put your fingers so that your index finger, middle finger and bottom finger are covering the bottom notes of the flute, and your little finger is going to be on this key here, and it is going to hold that key down, okay? And your thumb will be sort of underneath those two keys so that you are anchoring your flute, okay? With your left hand, you are going to have your burger hand, but you're going to have it facing towards you as if you're eating the burger. So you're going to have your hand facing towards you so that it is the other side of the flute, okay? And you are going to have your index finger on the second key from the top. You're then going to miss out the next key and jump to the key below, and then your fourth finger is going to be covering the key that actually presses down two keys at the same time. And your thumb is going to be on this key here at the back, so that your thumb is like that, okay? You don't want to have it up here because then you're playing a different note, you're using a different key. You want it on this bottom part, this bottom key here, okay? So once you've got your hands in position, you don't need to press the keys down, but that's where your fingers will be, okay? If I put all of my fingers down, that's how they're positioned. To begin with, we're not going to worry about any key being pressed yet, and other than the little finger at the bottom. So keep that little finger down on the bottom and then put your thumb on that key at the back, okay? And the flute's anchored. It's not going anywhere. As soon as it's pressed against your chin, that's it. It's stuck, okay? My flute is not going to move. Can't drop it because my hands are holding it, okay? So don't worry about dropping the flute. I know people do worry about dropping their flutes. If you are holding it correctly, if you've got it anchored, it's not going anywhere, okay? It's people that don't hold their flutes correctly that drop them. So we've got our little finger, we've got our thumb, and we're going to learn how to play the note B. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to put our index finger on that first key there. So it's not the very top key, it's the second key down as we talked about, but those are the keys that we're going to hold down and we're going to blow. So that is our very, very first note, and that is the note B. And you can see in front of you what the note B looks like. Okay, so it's a treble clef instrument, it's on the treble clef stave, and the note B is on the middle line of the treble clef stave. Okay, now what I've done is I've created a little melody for you to practice playing the note B this week using a particular rhythm. So the piece sounds like this. Okay, listen again. Now, what I've actually played is different lengths of notes. So each of the notes that are coloured in with a stem are called crotchets, or depending where in the world you are, you may call them quarter notes, and they're worth 1 beat each. And the note that has a stem and that isn't coloured in is a note called a minim, or a half note, and it is played for 2 beats. Okay, so you can hear the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then the last note, 3 and 4, you hold it for those 2 beats. You are going to be able to find all of the pieces of music that we are using on the Theatre of Music website under Instrumental and Vocal Tuition, along with links to all of the videos that are available, so that you have access to all of the little pieces of music that we are going to use over the coming few lessons, etc. So do go onto the Theatre of Music website, theatreofmusic.com, and click on the page that says Instrumental and Vocal Tuition, and everything you need will be on there. Happy practicing! Please subscribe to the Theatre of Music YouTube channel, and if you're able, become a member of Theatre of Music via our Ko-fi page. You can see the QR code in front of you and find out what we have to offer for a small subscription each month. It's only through your support that I can create these lessons, and any and all of your support is gratefully received. And if you would like one-to-one flute, clarinet, saxophone, piano, keyboard or singing lessons with me via Zoom or Teams, please go to the Theatre of Music website, www.theatreofmusic.com, and click on Instrumental and Vocal Tuition for more information.